Hi there, thank you for coming along to watch this video. I do hope you enjoy it. My name's Jean if you haven't seen any of my videos before, and this particular little series that I'm doing is for the 2025 Calligraphy Box Advent Calendar. I've done days 1 to 5 so far. I've got a little bit behind, so today I'm going to be doing days 6 through to 9. 6, 7, 8, yeah, so 4 days worth altogether. I hope you enjoy it. I have got a playlist that this particular little series is on, and this video will be going on to that playlist, so if you've not seen the others and you fancy it, they'll be there for you. If you enjoy what you see, please leave me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching on a phone and it comes up with the hype button, it'd be great if you could hype it. I'd really appreciate that. If you want to leave a comment, please do. I do my best to try and get back relatively quickly to people that leave comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do consider it, and you can see other videos that I will do in this particular series and other ones that I post onto the page, because it's mainly unboxings that I do on this channel. Right, so let's get on with it, and then I'm gonna go and hit the hay after this because it's a little bit late. Right, so if you've not seen any of the other videos in this series, this is what we're going through the boxes of, and it's really beautiful. I mean, this lovely green velvet ribbon to start with that fastens everything together, and the doors have got little slats where the ribbon is, fastened through. It's passed through just to fasten, to keep the doors shut. Give me 1 second. Right, okay. Also in this box is this little book, and it tells you page by page what's on each day. I haven't skipped ahead on any of these pages, and on the days that I haven't filmed so far, I've not even opened it. I've not gone through any of the boxes between 6 and 9, and I've not looked at what we've got on here. The only time that I've gone onto what's in this book is on the specific days that are on the earlier videos. So let's get on with it, shall we? Opening it up for the first time, and any time, this is what it looks like. Each individual day is in one of these boxes. They're all individually numbered, and there are 24. It is a 24-day advent calendar rather than one of the ones that only do 12 days, which seems a little bit cheapskate to me. So, having a look for door number 6, I can see 7, 3, 16, 12, 5, 10, 1, 15, 6. Right, I found number 6. It's this one here, and the number is actually written onto it in script rather than as a number. So we'll take this one out. What I'm doing with them as well, if it's not something that I'm going to be using fairly soon, I'm putting it back into the boxes and storing it in the advent calendar so I know where it is. So let's have a look. Every item comes wrapped in this lovely wine coloured tissue paper as well. There. Okay, so these, excuse me, are paper clips in the shape of a nib. Really good idea, especially when you are practicing your penmanship, and especially if you use something like a line guide. rather than pre-lined paper. Used to use a line guide when I was at school. God. I hated that handwriting practice. I can get along much better with this particular handwriting practice because I'm left-handed. When we started learning how to use an ink pen at school, one with a nib, if you were left-handed like me, if you're right-handed, you're really lucky because you could keep your hand sort of in that position and you were writing away from what you were, sorry, you're pulling your hand away from what you were writing, so your hand wasn't actually going to be trailing through the ink. We had blotting paper to blot the ink. But with left-handed, I'll show you in the thingy here, I had to sort of tilt my hand like that so that I got the nib in the right position, and sort of like that. Occasionally the bottom of my little finger and that part of my hand trailed in the ink as I wrote. It can sometimes be really difficult for left-handed people to learn any sort of, let's say, pen craft because of the protocols that are taught. However, that isn't the case with this. You don't have to put your hand in any sort of stupid positions, and you can get advice as well on, you know, how to write in a decent fashion. Right, so that one was box 6. Did I see box 7 over this side? Yes, I did. Box 7 is one of the bigger ones. Let's have a look. Oh, it is a bigger one. It's very light though. Not quite sure what's going on inside this box, but we're about to find out. Lining triangle. What's this? The Margarine's lining triangle is an easy-to-use part of every calligrapher's toolkit. Quickly and reliably create horizontal and slanted guidelines for script calligraphy at a number of common X heights. There's no need for bulky or cumbersome lining tools. This triangle fits in your pocket, purse or pen case. For a comprehensive tutorial, follow the QR code below or visit speedballart.com. Margarine's lining triangle. So Speedball, if you've seen the earlier video that had got the pen and nib cleaning solution, that was made by Speedball, so this is made by the same company. I'm not going to be using it yet, so I'll leave it in its box. Okay, so box number 8 is this one here, just under box 2. I nearly got box 2 out then. Here we go. Let's see what we've got in this one. I am actually really enjoying opening each of these boxes because it's really nice to see what sort of things constitute a calligraphy, what's the word I'm looking for? brain's gone dead. Let's say part work for the want of a better phrase. The word is escaping my brain at the moment. It kind of is part work because it's something that comes each month. Here we have a pack of 3 nibs. I think you can maybe just about tell that there are 3 there. That one at the top is actually 2 nibs, one on top of each other. We have got a Hunt number 101, short point, durable, high flex and good for large writing, bronze nib. A Zebra G, I've got a couple of Zebra Gs, medium flex, thin upstrokes and good for beginners, silver nib. Hunt number 22B, slightly stiffer flex than the Gillette 303 and very thin hairlines, brass nib. Remember to prep your nibs. Scan QR code for instructions. Let's just... I have got a couple of boxes, tins, that I'm storing my various bottles of ink in, because all the bottles that come from Calligraphy Box are all this size. You get one this size in each monthly box. Right, so let's pop you back there. And the last one for today, if I can find where it was I saw it, if I saw it, is number 9. 24, 19, 9, right, okay. So number 9 is this one in the bottom right hand corner. Let's have a look what we've got, shall we? This has got a little bit more weight to it, and it seems to be weighted more towards the top of the box. That's the size of that box. So you can see how big it is in comparison to the size of my hand. It's nearly the same size as my hand, especially if all my fingers were the same length. Right. What we got? Ooh. Now then. What's this? Water dropper. The Calligraphy Box Peaceful Penmanship Water Dropper. Add a few drops to thin your ink. I don't think it's... No, there's not. There's not actually anything in it. I didn't know if it was going to be a bottle of distilled water, or if there was what was going to be in it. That's going to be useful to have, especially with some of my older inks, because they do sort of seem to evaporate a little bit with age, even though they're in a jar, a tightly sealed jar. I'd be able to make the ink, the remaining ink, a slightly lighter colour as well, with the addition of a few drops of water. Right, okay, so we had 6, 7, 8 and 9, didn't we? 5, 6, 7. Okay, so day 6, brass paper clips. When using transparent calligraphy paper with guide sheets underneath, it is often tricky to hold it in place. Use these nib paper clips to firmly hold your 2 pieces of paper together at the top. To avoid this problem, you put one in each of the top corners. You will no longer need to worry about your guide sheet slipping or your lines becoming squint, which is something that's very easy to do when you're left-handed, because everything's always a little bit cockeyed. Right, okay, so day 7, Magriem's triangle. This is new layout triangle is designed by David Grimes. I suppose it's Maz Grimes then, at Maz Grimes on Instagram, and Speedball, and is an incredibly handy tool for drawing out guidelines. Scan the QR code on the back of the packet to watch a detailed video from David on how to use this tool. It is very comfortable and easy to use and can line guidelines from 3 to 8 millimeters, 8 millimeter X heights, and has both 52 degrees and 55-degree angles for slant lines, which is important depending on what script you're writing in. Right, so day 8, calligraphy nibs. Hunt 101, this is Jenny's new favourite nib. It has a sharp point, it's very durable with a high flex. It's also good for large writing. This is the bronze nib in your packet. Zebra G, this nib is very similar to the Nico G. A sturdy nib that won't break or bend under pressure. It's a good choice for writing on handmade paper as the tip doesn't catch paper fibres. This is the silver nib in your packet. Hunt 22B. This nib has a slightly stiffer flex than a Gillette 303 and has very thin hairlines. It requires a very light touch. This is the brass nib in your packet. Remember to prep your nibs. Please scan this QR code to find out how. And lastly, for this particular video, day 9, water dropper. This small water dropper bottle is handy to have in your calligraphy supplies for when you need to thin your ink a little for writing. Store some water inside and add a couple of drops to your ink when needed. We will also be needing this water dropper for a product that is included in tomorrow's box. Oh, right. That sounds intriguing. So, tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. So far, there's nothing happening. I don't think. So, I will try to. I'll try to open tomorrow's box tomorrow, and not leave it for another 4 days, because I'm kind of intrigued as to what this project is going to be. I'll fasten the box up for another night, another day, another night, until tomorrow, when we can find out what day 10 holds. Now, after tomorrow, I've got a few days' work on the bounce, which doesn't happen very often, but I'm just saying about it now, just in case I don't get the chance to have enough time to open days, let's see, 11, 12 and 13. I'll have to see how it goes. I might be able to. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but I am saying it might not. And you're probably going to be, if you've been following this little series, you're kind of probably going to be used to that now, and maybe thinking that I am a bit useless at opening the Advent Calendar boxes on the days they're supposed to be opened. Truth be known, I don't have an Advent Calendar every year. I mean, I used to have them all the time when I was little. My mum always used to get me, the Cadbury's ones where you have a little chocolate behind each door. I used to get one of them every year. But as for adult Advent calendars, I haven't had one. Blimey, when will it have been? About 2015, 2016 maybe. It's been a while anyway, mostly because I don't always have the money to get them, because stuff like this, I buy it all myself, and B, adult advent calendars tend to be quite expensive, depending on what the subject is. Of course, I know you can probably get some that are quite inexpensive, but yeah, it just depends what the subject of the advent calendar is. So yes, I'll close this video now, because we've gone just over 20 minutes at the moment, and I want to go to bed. So I'll see you in the next video, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. You know, as I said at the beginning, leave me a comment, leave me a like, hype the video if the hype thingamabob appears on your phone, just to help get these videos out to a little bit of a wider audience, because not very many people's watching them, and less people are commenting as well. I think I've only had one video in this series so far that's had a comment left for it, and so yes, Vincent, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to get the grey matter churning a bit and give you an answer as to what you wanted to know. Right, so look after yourselves and take care of each other as well. The weather's been cold and it's been wet, so you know, take your cold wet weather things with you, keep yourselves warm, and yeah, just keep an eye out there, because it's still a very weird world. Take care, folks. See you in the next video. Bye bye.